What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing the GSTB300, comparing the standard edition versus the Japan release only camouflage series. Let's check them out. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an amazing watch, the GSTB300 series. Now there's a GSTB100 and a GSTB200, and now there's this astounding GSTB300, which kind of changed over the generations, and I'll talk about the changes momentarily, but let's compare these two particular models now. Now these models were released back in January of 2021, and I finally got my hands on them at a reasonable price. I didn't want to pay the whopping sticker price for this one in particular. This one here is the GSTB 300B-1A, which is the standard, more basic, economical version of the three models. And it's also available in the US as well as Japan. So it's a little bit more affordable than the one on the right here, the counterpart, which is the GSTB 300XB-183. And I'll talk about the differences between the two watches and why one costs more than the other. Now, there's three colorways, like I said earlier. The standard one here, the GSTB 300B-1A. Then they have the secondary one, the GSTB 300XB-183. Now they're all GSTB 300, so I'll stop referencing the GSTB 300 name just to make it a little bit more easier to follow. B-1A and then the XB-183. Now there's a third model in colorway, the XA-1A. And I'll talk about each one starting off. The B-1A, you'll see it's a black colorway, pretty much black and gold colorway. Here, you'll see that shortly. There you go. Black bezel, standard steel, gold buttons, gold accent and buttons. And then you got the green dial right in the middle there, which is pretty nice. Then the resin is black, gold light button. And you have resin band keeper right on the top there. Now this is where that one kind of differentiates between the other models. This one is the basic model, I want to call it, and the more affordable piece. It's got the resin band keeper, no carbon fiber on the dial, and then it's released pretty much worldwide. In terms of price, this one costs $380 US, the GSTB 300B-1A, B-1A. $380, but it could be found for a lot more cheaper. And actually, I'm selling this model brand new for $160, including shipping. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll leave my information in the description of this video. Now, that's where the difference comes into play. The price is $380, $160 if you go through me, for this particular model. And that's because you're cutting down the cost with the differences in the two watches. This one does have mineral glass, so it is subjected to scratches a little bit easier than the sapphire glass on the other two models. Let's show you guys the other one here. The XB-183. Here it is here. Now this one is a Japan only release. It was not released in the US for some reason. And this is common with a lot of models. The more high-end watches, the multi-band 6 watches, the carbon fiber watches are typically not released in the US. They're usually released in Japan, and you have to import them into the US through third parties or authorized dealers. Now you can see the beautiful carbon fiber dial on this one, but it's not so much carbon fiber, the standard carbon fiber that they used in the past for their dial, for their bezels. This has actually got a nice, cool design on there. If you can see that right there, gives it a unique design on the dial. All right. Notably, this one does have green camouflage bands, as well as some gold or rose gold accents on the screws there. The black dial, or kind of a smoky gray dial with the green accents around the illuminators or the hour markers. And I'll show you guys a closer look at that momentarily, but I just want to compare the differences first of all. All right, now this one does have a metal band keeper as well as a brushed metal or black band buckle. All right, the B-1A has a gold standard buckle, not as rugged as the XB-183. Now, in terms of functionality and technology, they pretty much are identical. They're both 200 meter water resistance, both have Bluetooth technology, are both solar powered, and they both have the same features as well as including auto LE, which automatically illuminates the dial upon tilting the watch. Both have Bluetooth technology, and they're both pretty much identical with functionality. You have the timer mode, you have alarm keeping, you have digital and analog timekeeping, pretty much the same watch with some minor changes on the actual aesthetics and design and materials used between the two watches. That's the only difference you'll get. The one on the left, like I said, is the B-1A. I'll show you now pictures of the GSTB XA-1A. That one is black or silver, prominently silver with blue accents and black dial on it. Now, price-wise, the B-1A retails at 49,000 yen, Japanese yen, which is approximately $406 US, plus international fees, importation fees, and some taxes and whatnot. In the US, it's $380. I'm selling for $160. This one here, the XB-1A3, that one retailed for 83,000 yen, which was the most expensive of the bunch, which retail about $687 plus shipping, plus taxes, plus some additional fees. The last one, the XA-1A, the silver with the blue accents, that one retailed for 77,000 yen, which is approximately $637 plus shipping, plus additional fees. Now, this one is a more affordable version, so if you just want a basic GSTB300, this is the one for you. If you like the camel look, you would have to dish out a little bit more extra money. I personally was able to find it at a discount. It is gently used, so I was happy with that. I've been kind of eyeing this watch for a long time and decided to bite the bullet and purchase it from a US collector. They were kind of done with the watch, and I was like, I'll take it from you, at a discount. So that's how I got my watch in hand. The back plates themselves are pretty similar. I'll show you guys that here. You have the carbon core guard back plate there, or design, excuse me, not the back plate. Carbon core guard design, which makes it a little bit thinner. And then also you have the carbon core interior there, which makes the watch a little bit thinner overall. Tough solder, Bluetooth technology, 5631 module, GSTB300. Japanese movement, cased in China. Stainless steel back. Quick release on the band keeper there. On both ends, you could release the bands by the quick release. Standard Phillips screws on each corner there, 4. All right. This one here on the other side, you have the reset button. You'll see that one is protruding a little bit, gives you access from the top end. But the back does have protection. Right there, you can see that. So it does offer some protection, but it gives you access to the button from the front. Same with the start button. You can see that access from the front and then protection in the back. This one here is the connect button. It does have the guard there. It does have recess, but you have that access to the corners there from both ends to press the button to enter the Bluetooth connection feature with your smartphone. Adjust button, mode button. There you go. Same features or same design. All right. The band is nice. It doesn't have screws there. You have to tamper with those. You have the quick release, which makes it easier. And then you have these on the band itself, you have these cuts or perforations there. I don't know if they actually help with the flexibility of the watch itself or makes it more comfortable. And then you have the square pattern on the bands that would help with gripping when the watch is wet. All right, the light button does have these nice machine cuts across horizontal that give you good grip, so you could press that light button pretty easy. Okay, that same design applies to the GSTB the XB-183. See that? The same cuts, the same pattern, all throughout the watch. Same guard on each of the buttons. Same horizontal cuts, machine cuts on the light button. In terms of the actual watch design, you have a digital time on the screen there. You have the second countdowns there. You have the mode window there, which is world time, stopwatch, time, and alarm functions. The second hand has an orange tip. Then you have the neo bright hour and minute hand for luminescence in the dark. All right, mode button in the bottom left, adjust button in the top left, reset button in the top right, and the start button in the bottom right. The digital display has like a green display color. Right, pretty legible. All right, you have the empty and full for solar power battery indication. Toggle through the modes by pushing the button, the mode button. You go, world time, stopwatch, timer, alarm, and back to your home time. All right, if you push your adjust button, you could toggle between displaying your digital time and the date right there, and the day of the week. And I'll show you guys the LED light on the watch. Now this one particularly has the neo bright luminescent hour and minute hand, and then you have on top of each hour marker, you have neo bright luminescence on each hour. All right, show you guys LEDs. It's got a beautiful LED light. All right, dual LED, it does illuminate the entire dial, and also illuminates the dual LED, illuminates the digital secondary on the watch. That's the same with this one here. See that? Doesn't appear that the the B-1A, which is the standard one, doesn't appear to have the same luminescence on each of the hour markers. I do see it that it has a neo bright on the hour and minute hand, but not on each of the markers there. It's actually gold on the dials, on the hour markers. This one's mine, so I'll be keeping this one, but I have an additional one that's brand new that I'll be sharing, selling if anyone's interested. I did a comparison between the GSTB300 and the GSTB200. I will do a comparison between the GSTB300 and the GSTB300, which is this one here. In case you're interested, I'll do a video of that one as well to show you guys aesthetically the design of the watch, what's different between the two models. Okay, now let me do a macro shot of both of these watches so you guys can get a closer look of each of these watches and appreciate the beauty of them both. Let's check that out. right, there you have it, the B-1A on the left, and then the XB-1A3 on the right. Beautiful watches, but I'm not sure if I agree with the price comparison or price difference between all three watches. I do love the fact that it's camel green. I'm a fan of camel itself, and I like the fact that it's also got the carbon fiber dial or the bezel and the sapphire crystal on the watch, which is a great plus. But if you want a ruggedy everyday watch, the GSTB300 B-1A will be a great function for you. In terms of connecting the watch, you push and hold the connect button on the right here in the middle. Push and hold it, and you'll see it says connect. The watch will sync with the G-Shock Connect app, and you'll see that time will automatically sync with the watch and the phone. And then there you can access some of the functionality, including the auto lights, the length of the time, set up the alarms, set up your world time, set up all those functions all through your phone. Very easy, very easy. Here's some pictures of all the different functionalities of the watch using the Bluetooth app. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, contact me, and the email is in the description of this video. I will do a video comparing the GSTB100 with this one, the GSTB300. In the meantime, rock on with your G-Shock on. This is Chicago. Holla at your boy. Any questions, please leave a comment below. And I'm out of here. Peace.
My G-Shock, I'm rocking 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 my G-Shock.